back to the daily grind. Thanks for checking out the channel. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
Alright, out of nowhere, but I love the fight. I gotta admit, I love this fight, but it's coming out of nowhere because, I'll explain why. But first of all, the fight that's been announced is Paige Zant versus Jessica Rose Clark. Jessica Rose Clark, you might be asking, who the fuck is that girl? Jess Clark is the girl that just came through and beat Bec Rawlings in Australia at UFC Sydney over the weekend. She came through, man, her fight was so fun. It was fun to watch. I loved watching her fighting. I didn't know who she was going in, but just watching her fight, I became a fan. She was throwing all of her strikes with vicious intentions. Even though her and Bec Rawlings, I think, had like been friends coming into that fight, she was still just coming through looking like a motherfucking young savage in there. I'm telling you, I loved watching this chick fight, and it's tight to see that she's tight. Who the fuck still says tight? But it's dope to see that she's gonna be coming back soon and getting a pretty big fight, Paige Zant. Now, why this fight is coming out of nowhere is because Paige Zant was originally scheduled to face Jessica at UFC 216, I believe, and it was canceled for Paige Zant having a back injury. And then after that, Paige Zant announced on her Twitter that she would be fighting the winner of the Ultimate Fighter inaugural women's flyweight championship at the Ultimate Fighter finale. So we thought either he was going to be getting a rescheduled versus Jessica or getting a title shot, but it's looking like it's neither of those. She's going to be fighting Jess Clark, who just made her UFC debut in very impressive fashion, versus Bec Rawlings. I gotta admit, I love the fight. It's gonna be at UFC St. Louis. I believe this is on Fight Pass. I might be wrong. When I was listening to Colby Covington on the MMA Hour, he said something about Tyron Woodley not fighting in St. Louis because it's on Fight Pass. Hold on, let me see in this article if it says it's on Fight Pass. It's UFC St. Louis, added to upcoming trip to UFC St. Louis. Dude. Fight Night 124 takes place. No, it doesn't say if it's on Fight Pass or anything in this article, but it does say it's January 14th. So with that being said, a little bit more on Jess Clark. She replaced Joanne Calderwood in her fight versus Bec Rawlings. It was a short notice fight, which is why she missed weight, but it's because she took the fight on very short notice. So I'm sure this fight, it's going to be even at 125 pounds. So she's going to have, Bec Rawlings was supposed to be fighting Joanne Calderwood at 115, so she's going to have an extra 10 pounds here, I believe. So, yeah, she should be able to make the weight for sure, and it's because she's going to have a full camp. I remember her in her post-fight interview saying that, you know, I wish I had a full camp. You know, that's one thing in the future I'll do is get a full camp. So, I can't wait for this fight, man. I might upset a lot of people with my pick because right now I'm just leaning toward Jess Clark just from, you know, it might be a moment, you know, in the type of thing just because I just watched her fight and I was so impressed. But I don't know, man. I will see. It is what it is. Let the full-time family know what the fuck you tap man in the comments. I'm out.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking DOWG.